Whoa! I was wondering if we were going to get the Halloween thing again at the end.
I think we are connected. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, good.
Oh, that is.
Welcome, everybody. Today, finally, our creative department, because I think they were drunk since the end of the year or the
They
beginning
took
of
a
the year.
really long Christmas break. We'll just go with that. A really long, end of the year holiday.
So finally, we get the video right. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Homeazin show. Okay. we need to come with that section about crazy items in the carousel, because I think while I'm playing this background epic musics in the background, I need to have a horse and a sword in my hand. This is something that I want to have. So welcome everybody. Welcome on my side, and Ryan, say welcome on your side.
Welcome. Good morning or afternoon or evening, wherever it is you happen to be tuning in from. But good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome to the Homeazin show. I am Ryan. You can see my name right over here. That over there is my friend Marco. You can see his name right under his face. Please hit the follow button and jump in the chat and let us know what questions, comments you have, and we would be happy to try to answer your questions. I talk a lot about remote work type of products. Marco talks a lot about live streaming, podcasting, or podcasting and video content creation type of stuff. So those are kind of our different categories that we talk about. And I'm going to toss it back over to Marco, and I'm going to change my name to see if I can get it to match up with Marco. I don't know if I can change mine though.
If you want, I can do that for you.
You can change my name?
Yes. Change my name.
Yeah, you got to. I'm the U.S. guy.
Do you want me to put it
American
Maryland
guy
or something?
Or yes, you can put, Mr. President. You can put that on there. Although I don't think I want to be called Mr. President. That seems like a highly controversial
okay, there you
person to be. There we go. The American guy. That's me.
I was about to put dating scientist.
Oh man.
So welcome everybody. Welcome Tommy. It's there, and also I have someone called it Ryan on my chat as well. So thank you so much, Ryan, for tuning in.
Hey, you are welcome.
So early in the morning. So I don't know if you have any nice. Let's talk a little bit about the week. How was your broadcasting week? Any
before we do that, we better explain the Homeazin show.
Oh, of course. So let's do this. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me do this again because the sound was really low.
All right, yeah, we got to get this right.
There you go.
Welcome, everyone, to the Homeazin show. You may be sitting at home or at work or driving in the car. If you're driving in the car, please pay attention to the road and just listen to us. But you might be out there wondering, why in the world is this called the Homeazin show? It's not even a word. How did they do this? Well, we are here to explain that to you right now. There are 3 reasons why it's called the Homeazin show. The first one is we are at home. So I am at my home. Marco is at his home. It is not the same home. I'm in America. Marco is in Portugal, so it's different, but we are both at home. What's the second reason, Marco?
The second reason, we are at Amazon, and in this case, it's the same Amazon, Amazon.com. And the third reason, Ryan?
The third reason is because the show is absolutely amazing. And so when we gave those three words, home, Amazon, amazing, we gave them to our creative department, who works very, very hard and tirelessly to make this a high quality show. That creative department sent them through their word jumble-inator, mix-up-inator. They cranked them together, and out popped the word Homeazin, and they said, there's the name of your show. And we were like, it's brilliant. We'll go with it. So that's the Homeazin show. So thank you everybody for tuning into the show today. Here's a little bit of how the structure works. Usually Marco and I will have a little bit of a chat in the morning, kind of catch up on what's happening.
Before jumping into, because we need to make this properly, because we have some rules to obey.
Okay. I'm getting ahead of us.
After the trumpets, it's time to explain how the show works.
All right, go for it.
Okay, again, the sound is too low. I don't know what's happening here. I think the musicians, they are a little bit, they need to eat.
All right, so there we go. Now, officially, we can get into how the flow of the show works here. So if you tune into, Marco is an Amazon live streamer. I'm an Amazon live streamer. We both host our own shows. This show it's structured a little bit differently than either of our regular shows. So I thought I'd maybe explain this. Usually Marco and I we'll introduce the show, which we've already done this morning. Then Marco and I usually kind of catch up a little bit on what's been happening on the week, anything significant we've seen going on in the Amazon space. And then we have different categories during the show. So we kind of start out and we talk about what are the new products we've got at our houses. Then we talk about what are some deals that we would like to call out and let people know about. Then we talk about what are some of our favorite products and some of our surprising products. And we go through a bunch of these different categories during the show. So that is how the show works. If you happen to have a question about something we're talking about, or even about something we are not talking about, feel free to just jump in the chat on my side or on Marco's side and let us know your question. We will get to it usually relatively quickly, but we'll try to answer your question the best we can. Even if it's in a different category section of the show, we will jump to that and help you out. So thanks everybody for joining us. Marco, I'm tossing it back to you.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ryan, for making the introduction. Now, as we promised last week, it's time for you to dance. By the way, you kept the shirt or the...
I did. Okay. All right. So we should catch up on this. So if you tuned into the show last week, everyone, you tuned in and you got the first and maybe only Homeazin show fashion show. I had ordered a bunch of new sweatshirts from Amazon, and so I tried them all on the show. Margo, I would like you to know I made 0 sales of sweatshirts from the show last week. So we probably will not be doing fashion shows. Evidently, people just didn't want my sweatshirts.
I think we need to try harder.
That could be the case. I think I needed to get maybe, no. All right. I had a comment, but I'm just going to hold that comment inside my brain. You ever have those things you're like, I'm glad I didn't say that one. So we're just gonna move on. But yeah, I kept this sweatshirt. I don't think I put it in the carousel, but I did. I actually kept 2 of the 4. 2 of the 4 I kept.
Okay, great. So now we are ready to go to the next, oh my God, to the first, not the next, the first section of the show. Let me see what we have here. So we have the newcomer products, those products that arrived to our door step during this last week. What do you have, Ryan?
I've got a couple of new things. So if you remember last week, we ended up doing the fashion show because all the products I ordered last week did not show up on time. So I really didn't have anything new other than my sweatshirts. But this week we're doing much better. I'm coming through strong this week, Marco. Let me roll some things over. I decided, hopefully everybody can still hear me. I'm gonna rip these in even closer. I kind of got a mess in the office here, but we're just gonna deal with it. We'll live with it. So if you remember, last week I mentioned that I was gonna get some different humidifiers because it is winter in South Dakota, and now that I mentioned that, Tommy said good morning, and he said there's more snow coming where he is. How are things in Sioux Falls? Well, it was nice weather 2 days ago, and it's been starting to get colder, and we were supposed to get some snow today, Tommy. So that's what the weather is like. If you live somewhere where it is cold, like I do in South Dakota, it snows a lot and your furnace runs. And when your furnace runs a lot, it has the potential to dry the air in your house. Your furnace acts as a natural dehumidifier, not really natural. It acts as a dehumidifier in your house. So it dries out the air in your house. And my family, we've been getting some chapped lips and some, dry hands and dry skin. So I thought maybe we should try some humidifiers. So I ordered 3 humidifiers and they all showed up last week. So let me figure out which one's first. This one right here.
I thought that was a fishbowl.
It is not a fishbowl. This is a humidifier. It has a digital dial on the front.
Oh,
look at that. So here was my criteria in my humidifiers. They had to be smart, meaning they had to have an app that I could hook up on my phone and control them. And they had to have the ability to connect to Amazon Alexa or Google Home or Apple HomeKit. So that was my criteria. This one here is the biggest of the ones that I got. It's got a nice digital display on the front of it, so you can control things like that. It tells me right now the humidity in my air right now in my office is 55%, which is actually probably high enough or even higher than some people might want it. The reason mine's high is because I've been testing out these different humidifiers in my office, and so I've been pumping humidity into my room, and that number has raised a little bit. But this one, I don't know if you can tell, but when I press a button, you can see there's a little light inside, so it can act as a night light in your room. You can set timers for it to turn on and off. You can talk to your Amazon assistant and have it turn the thing on or off. You can set it for a specific humidity percentage, and then it will run and pump humidity out the top here, or pump some humid air out the top until you get to that desired humidity level in your house, and then it will turn itself off and just kind of sit there like that. So that's the first one from Levoit, the Levoit 300S. Oh, see, I told you I had all these new ones coming into the show. Okay, hey, we got some other guests dropping by, some other friends of the show. Hans is here to say hello. Good morning, Hans. And so is Super Tiger. Thanks, Super Tiger and Hans, for stopping by. Super Tiger says, just stopping by, can't stay long. Hans says, the Portuguese guy looks like he is from Portugal. Yes, he is from Portugal. and he is Marco. So thanks, Hans and Super Tiger, for stopping by the show here. The second humidifier, I got the box here, but I don't actually have the humidifier in my room because it is running in my son's room at the current time. But it's the 200S from Levoit, so it's a little bit smaller than this. It doesn't have the full glass top. Well, I guess it's plastic, but see-through top that you can see. It is designed and looks like that. Maybe I should have brought it in, but I didn't. Anyhow, so that's the 200S. It is also smart Wi-Fi connected. It does not have a screen. The 300S is the only one of mine that has a digital screen out front that you can read the humidity percentage. So that's nice. I think a lot of people probably would like that. Oh, see, Marco, I told you there was so much stuff. I think I even put 5 products in here instead of our usual 4. Oh, and then I'm even running around my office now. And I don't have my usual microphone on. In order to do this full test, I thought if I want to test the humidity in my room and in different parts of my house, I should probably get a little device that will test the humidity in the air. So that's why I ordered some Gobi digital hygrometer thermometers. It comes with 3 of these, and you can just kind of set these anywhere around your house that you want to. So I can set them up in different rooms in my house. They're really pretty small. You can see how it compares to my hand, quite a bit smaller than my hand. And you can set it on some bookshelves or just in different places in different parts of the house. And it gives you a temperature reading and a humidity reading from each of the sensor. And there are 3 different sensors. So you can do that for 3 different rooms in your house. So I got some of those so that I could test how long it took for each humidifier to raise and lower. They can't really lower, to raise the humidity in a given room. So that was the digital hygrometer I got this week. Oh, I got one more humidifier. Then I got this Gobi smart humidifier. This is the smallest of them, but it's by Gobi. Gobi does a really good job with their smart products. And so this one here from Gobi, maybe I'll even turn this one on so we can see. If you can see that, it starts pumping some air out the top. I don't know if you can kind of see it up here. It's hard to see, but it's pumping out.
We got the steam. We can see the steam, or kind of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyhow.
You're making tea? You're making tea?
I'm not making tea, but that is the Gobi one. I would say all of them work pretty well so far. I haven't finished my full test of all of them yet, but as of yet, I think they all work well. I'm liking them. The Gobi one is probably rated for the smallest size room. The downfall with the Gobi is it doesn't have a sensor inside of it to check the humidity level in the room. The other two from Levoit can check the humidity in your room and raise it to that desired level. The Gobi one does not. It's kind of designed to pair with the Gobi smart hygrometers. And once you hook that up, then you can get the Gobi one to go to a desired temperature and then turn itself off. So those are the items in my carousel. I am still working through the review of all of those products, and I think I'm going to be writing a blog post about them and shooting some videos on each one, but I wanted to test out all of their features here. So those are the 3 humidifiers that I got along with my hygrometer temperature sensors. Woo, Marco. I'm done. I'm going to pass it back to you, and I'm going to make my hot cocoa while you talk.
Okay, now you're making me jealous as usual. Shame on you. You're a shameless guy. So this week I have 2 nice arrivals. One, it's there, my light box, cinematic light box. Let me bring it here Okay, so I wanted to have this kind of light box for a while because I wanted to bring more customization to my show. Okay, so you have see different letter rows. Could be like that. You're so tiny.
Oh, I'm back. Yeah, letter rows is what you would call it. I've seen those things. I actually really like those light boxes. I think it looks nice. I considered hanging one in my office where my TV is, but I went with a TV.
Okay, so this one you have this three-letter rows. You have, I think it's two sets of letters, so you can change. Unfortunately, I've used more than two E's, and I needed to make some magical here with the third E. These are two overlapped F's.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So this is, you can power this with a USB like this one. There you go. Or you have here in the back a place where you can put six triple A double A batteries. Okay, it's up to you. I rather stay with the USB cable. Also, you can, there's two holes here so you can hang this in the wall if you want. So this is my first new item this week. And I think I'm gonna bring more light signs like this one. I think, like, not like this, but those who said on air or something, because I like this kind of stuff. And also
I
a
like
level
those.
lamp.
They're
I'm
fun.
thinking about a level lamp as well. And I think with the level lamp, don't you have one?
I do not have a lava lamp anymore. I have had a couple in the course of my life, but I don't think I have one now.
Okay, so maybe I was dreaming. And the next item is this cute tripod from Amazon. Let me see. Okay, there we go. So this is a really nice, cute tripod. I bought this because I have this cell phone slash tablet mount, but it's not that stable. Okay, so I wanted to have a tripod, kind of a flat tripod like this one, as you can see, to mount the tripod, the stand on. Okay, so I came to this from Amazon. The thing is, when you close this, and it comes with this, is this a, I never know if it's a ball head or head ball, but it's
I think
as you-
ball head is probably what you go with.
okay, ball head, so you can twist it around. Also, you can tilt it 90 degrees like this. Okay, then you can fasten the nuts here. So this is fixed. And the good thing, the good news is that if you don't need to twist and tilt whatever, you can just remove this, and you have here this tripod with this 1/4 inch screw. And the other thing nice is that you have two, you can put this in two different heights. How you can do that, you twist this thing, I don't know how to call this. So here is the highest option. Okay, as you can see, or you can twist it and then it turns almost flat. And this is how I use the tripod.
There you go.
I'm gonna mount it here, and you will get a helicopter as well, as you can see.
Turn that upside down and you can fly around Mary Poppins style.
And this is how it looks. Look, it's almost flat. And this is, I wanted to have this to put here my cell phone and manage the live show. So these are my new arrivals this week. No big deal. No humidifiers. anything. But
Hey,
I guess this is nice as well.
I like that little phone stand tripod thing you've got there. I do. I could use one of those because my phone just ends up laying on my desk and it gets lost in my room when I walk around and use it. So I
Okay,
can see the
share.
advantage. You can share.
I can share the affiliate.
You most certainly can. Oh my.
Okay, let's move on to the next section. Deals of the day, those amazing deals that you can find on Amazon, and we want to give you a heads up about something that you may miss without our help.
Let's
How
hear
nice we can be. Okay, do you want to start?
I sure will. I'm sipping on my hot cocoa and loving it. All right. I don't know if you knew this, Marco, but did you know that the Olympics are going on? Did you know that?
Yep.
We talked about this last week. Did you also know that in America we have this really big, important sporting event called the Super Bowl? Americans
Yes, I
call it
do.
football. The rest of the world
Yeah.
very, very upsetly says that's
who's
not football.
who's gonna play this year? Do you know?
The Los Angeles Rams are going to play the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay. Do you have any favorite?
You know, I will say this. I've been a Rams fan, a Los Angeles Rams fan, since I was a little kid. I have no real affiliation with Los Angeles. It's 2,000 miles from where I've lived my whole life. I have been there one time. But this is, I think when I was a little kid, I bought some trading cards, a packet of trading cards, and the Los Angeles Rams weren't very good at football. So they had a lot of the Rams cards in the pack. So as a little kid, I was like, well, I got a lot of these Rams cards. So they became my favorite team.
Okay.
So
I
that's
had
probably why I picked them. But I'm largely a fair weather fan. So if you ask me next week, whoever wins the game, I will tell you is my favorite team.
Okay. It will be Sunday?
It is Sunday.
Yeah, because today it will be the big game in Portugal in the football championship. It will be my team Sporting against Oporto, which is leading the championship right now.
Ooh.
So hope we can win the game. Can win because we need it.
Okay, so all this talk actually had a meaning behind the deals of the day. So because of the Olympics and because of the Super Bowl that is coming up, there have been some pretty good deals on televisions on Amazon. And my Amazon Fire TV behind me, the 55-inch Insignia Fire TV, is on sale today. And let me just check to get the price so I don't say it wrong. It's on sale for $349.99. That's about as cheap. I think that's maybe even cheaper than it was over the holidays. But that is the TV. It's a Fire TV, so it's smart. You can have all of your apps, your Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, Amazon Prime. You can't even do things like subscribe to YouTube TV if you want to watch your local sports. You can plug it into your regular cable service company if you want to bring cable TV into it. But I really like it, and I wanted to highlight that. That one is on sale. There are also a number of other televisions on sale on Amazon. That Insignia 55-inch, I think it also comes in a 50-inch, 43-inch, a 32-inch, and maybe even a 65-inch. So if you're looking for a different size, you can expand out and do that. So that's one of the deals of the day that I wanted to highlight and make sure people know about. Then my two thermostats that I have. the Amazon smart thermostat. I know I've mentioned this on the show before, but if you want a smart thermostat, so I wanted a smart thermostat for years. Why did I want one? Because when I leave my house or when I go on vacation or go on a trip, I want to be able to adjust the temperature in my house when I'm not there. And then I want to be able to adjust it on my way back home, so I'm 30 minutes from home and I can turn the furnace back on and heat the house back up when I get there. And so I really kind of wanted a smart thermostat for years. This first one from Amazon is $47.99 today. So if you are considering getting a smart thermostat, this one from Amazon, I would recommend. Very simple to use. And I set it up. I did it on a live show, so it couldn't have been that hard. So I set that one up. It worked. You do have to have another Amazon enabled. Well, you don't have to. There's an app on your phone that you can use, but if you want to use voice commands to talk to it, you have to have an Amazon Echo or an Amazon Alexa somewhere in your house to speak to enable it to change the temperature and things like that. But that one is pretty cool. The other one in here is from Ecobee. And I would say the one from Ecobee. So I put the Amazon one in, and I only had it for a couple of months because then I got a new furnace. And then I installed the Ecobee smart thermostat. And what do you get with the Ecobee smart thermostat? It connects to Amazon Alexa as well. I'm trying not to trigger that device for everybody. But the Ecobee one, you can actually connect to that name I just said, the Amazon Assistant, Apple HomeKit, Google Assistant. But a couple of cool things about the Ecobee. It includes a separate sensor. So like in my house, I have an upstairs, or I have a main floor and a basement. So I can put one of the sensors downstairs to check the temperature in the basement. And then the smart thermostat is kind of smart enough to know to average out the temperatures in your house to heat it to your desired temperature so that your basement isn't much, much colder, and then kind of flip-flop that around for the summer. Oftentimes your basements are still much cooler, but you're trying to cool off the house. Anyhow, so that's a smart thermostat. The other thing I wanted to highlight is the Ecobee, this one that hangs up on your wall. It's about that big in the upstairs or in whatever room of your house. It has Amazon Alexa built right into it. So you can talk to
he's not listening.
you can talk to it. You can have it has a speaker in it so it can play music for you. Yeah, it does all those things you would expect with your Alexa. It also has a phone app that you can control, check the temperatures and sensors. It can also give you the temperature outside, things like that. But both of those smart thermometer or smart thermostats would get 2 thumbs up from me. Hold on, I got to see what else is in my carousel because I got to quit there. That's deals. You know what? I can't quit. I can't. I got one more. My space heater still on sale. It's back in the box. I gotta pull this thing out more often. Whoa. If you are cold in your house right now and maybe one of your different rooms, Dreo has a number of their space heaters on sale. This is one of their taller tower styles. $67.49 is what the sale price is on this one. It does have a thermostat. It's not plugged in right now, but if it was plugged in right here, it would show you the desired temperature you want your room to be. And you can set that anywhere from 41 degrees all the way up to 95 degrees. The reason that's Fahrenheit, by the way, 41 is just above freezing for those of you non-American using system. And I will say, I don't know why the American system is used because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So I would agree that the metric system,
it's just to be different.
The metric system on a lot of things makes a lot more sense. But here in America, we don't really use that much. It'll give you that temperature. And I think at the lower end, like 41 degrees, I believe that's probably set up so that if you have a garage or a shed and maybe you're storing stuff in it, but you want to keep it above freezing, you can do that with this thing and just kind of set it out there. And, maybe you just want to keep the temperature at 41 so that your water bottles or whatever you got out there doesn't freeze. That's a choice. It does oscillate, turning left and right. You can set a timer on it. So like a lot of people will turn these on before they go to bed. You can set a timer so that it turns on after 1 hour or 2 hours or all the way up to 12 hours. You can do that. But that's from Dreo. Kind of cool if you're just looking for a space heater. That's a great choice. And Jarhead 6 Rides is dropping by and said, yes, I made it. I am here now. Well, thank you for that. And Tommy's here. He had a question way up above. Tommy said, like 30 minutes ago, Tommy said, what items in the carousel are you excited about today? I'll get to that, Tommy, when I get to my favorites. When we get to the favorite
perfect.
section
I was thinking about the same.
Yeah. So we'll get to that.
I was thinking about the same.
So I'm done with my sale products. I had my 2 thermostats, 2 smart thermostats, my Dreo space heater, and my television. My television back here are on sales today. So back to you, Marco.
Back to me. First item in the deal department are my LED panels. Okay, and you mentioned that before. Today, Newer has some products in deal. So I have 4 LED panels here. Those at the edges, they are standing on tripods. Those in the middle, they are standing on clamps. Okay. Of course, they have the mount, but they are clamped to my desk. But they are.
Here, you should make your picture bigger. Shrink me down.
Okay. Let me do this. There you go.
Give the people what they want.
So those in the edges, look, world. They are the ones that are highlighted right now. They are in a deal 9% off. And believe me, even though they were not, let's pretend they were not on a deal. They still being a really nice deal for you. Okay, because they work really well. They have, as usual, they are LED panels. They have the 3 different light tones that you can control with your cell phone, because Newer has an app where you can control. Let me see. There you go. Where you can control the LED panels. Okay, you can group them. Like for instance, right now the 4 of them, they are grouped, so I can change them at the same time. Okay, as you can see, I can work with them together, or I can work with them, individually. Okay, and also though all of them, they can be powered with batteries. They are not included, but you can buy them. Okay, so they are portable, so you can get them in other places, like for instance those standing on tripods. You can do that easily. So these are also, you have the RGB colors, you have 9 different scenes. So I really think if you want to improve the light on your studio, or not at home, at your office, for your broadcastings, for podcasting, I don't think there's a use on improving the lights, but who knows? So that's my first deal. Let me get another deal. So I think I have. Okay, we have also this Anker PowerConf C300. I don't know if you saw the show with Adam. So this is the camera.
I did see you had a live show with Adam.
Okay, you need to check it because it was a really awesome show. I had great fun and also really insightful show as well. So this is the camera from Anker. Usually it is, and I think they lowered the price, but besides that, it's $99.99, a nice price. Okay, this is how it looks, AI based. So, and in this case, I kind of froze the frame, but it has a AI based system that follows your movement. So, for instance, if you're doing an online training, this will be following. Also, it has, and this is my second favorite thing about this camera, is the fact that it has a really nice behavior on low light situations. Let me show you. I'm going to turn off the light, and as you can see, it's acceptable, the image. If there was another no way that I can, if I really needed to make the show with these lights, I think I'm going. Having in mind that Valentine is approaching, I think it's a more romantic view.
Wait.
Okay, so this is for sure one of my recommendations, having in mind deals. Let me bring another one. Okay, I can talk about the last one. Would be my floodlights in the background. Okay, waterproof, so they can get some dust, they can get some water. You can use them indoor or outdoor. They have different preset lights. Like right now, they are kind of shuffling colors. You have this remote, so you can control them. Okay, you can change the light color. Also, if you want, you can just use it like white color. And there's something that I want to highlight, having in mind the safetyness, because who knows, you have some children at home, and you may be afraid that they can touch the lights and they can burn their hands or something. Let me show you something. So this was on, as you can see, since the beginning of the show, and ta-da! No overheating, so no hands burned. So this is something that I like to highlight about these floodlights as well, because I think this is because they are also LED lights. So they don't overheat. So this is a safety as well.
Well, yeah, it's nice to have those if you've got pets or kids running around your house, or if you're just one of those people that has a tendency to, drop your
Touch
blankets
everything.
all over the house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's a safety thing.
And if they are Portuguese, I'm pretty sure that they will want to touch everything.
Probably. All right, I have.
There's a saying here in Portugal that we have the ice in the fingertips.
That's kind of funny. I've never heard that. Hey, I have a couple of comments. Follow up on those. First, does your sweater have an M on the front of it? An M for Marco?
I don't think what you're talking about.
That's awesome.
No idea.
There
Next
we go. All right. The next question. Jarhead6Rides said, very cool lights. He said, sometimes improving the lights is better than buying a new camera
Absolutely.
or a lens. And I know you have some thoughts about this. Yeah, it really is true. Lighting is more important. I would say the lighting is probably more important than your camera. You can have a $1,000 camera, but if the lighting in your room is really bad, it's not going to matter.
Absolutely. Let me share this story.
Let's hear it.
And I like to show it while I'm doing when I was doing my trainings, video trainings mostly about video. Not I was doing the video through the trainings through video, and one of the things I did was to show the first video I recorded with a cell phone. This should be back 2015 or 14 or something. One of the things you can notice, besides so many stupid mistakes I made, was in my background, in the ceiling, there was this lamp. Okay, so, and it was over my head. It looked like I was a saint or something, that holy person. And I said to my students, look, or my trainees, whatever, if by the end of the day you will make a video and it's not worse than this, as good as this, I will be really frustrated because you had all the things that are almost all the stuff to make a better video than I did back to that day. So yes, lights, they are really important because they, and again, I like to say this because for me this is important. The way you show up on your content, video, live streaming, recorded, or even in podcasting. Even though in podcasting you don't show there's the lights. They are not important. The way you appear to the people, for me, represents the way, the commitment you have and the respect you have for your audience. Okay, because if you show in a not so good way, bad lights, bad, and I saw this, for instance, this last summer and fall, I made a couple of, well, I made some remote production, live streaming, and I saw so many speakers disrespecting the organization, the viewers, because they appeared in so bad technical ways, and also the place they were, and this kind of things that I thought, okay, this is really disrespectful. So this is something that for me it's important. The lights are a really important part on the image, so spend a little bit more. I started with lights, ceiling lights. I was improving, and now I have these ones. I have, as you can see, I have 4 of them. Those I bought it. Those they were sent to me by Newer to try them. Okay, but I think it makes a difference. Back to you.
Yeah, and so for a live streamer, this is really important, your lighting. But back to the Anchor camera, and for people who are not live streamers, like you can look behind. Marco and I have both fairly nice setups because we put in some effort and spent some time trying to get these to look kind of nice. I mean, it's like Marco said, we want to, but my tips for people who have to use Zoom calls or video calls, maybe you're not a live streamer, maybe you just want to make you want to look a little bit better on your presentations. I've had people stop in and say, I'm a student and I do a lot of video presentations. What are some things I can do to make myself, look and sound a little bit better? First up, your laptop camera and microphone, they both work as a camera and a microphone. Neither of them are very good. And so even if you only buy like a $50 or $100 camera, it can increase it a lot. But this is what I would say. Get your lighting correct. You don't have to go out and buy fancy new lights. You can set yourself in front of a window, but be cautious and aware that if you're going to set yourself in front of a window, you're not going to be live streaming at night very well because it's not going to let in the natural light. But a lot of times, if you set in front of a window, it brings in the natural light. It will light up your face and there won't be terrible shadows. So that's a good one. The other one that I recommend, and I see this on the big television networks like ESPN and CNN, the guests, and sometimes even the show hosts, put your camera at your eye level or slightly above.
Up.
Do not leave your camera on the desk pointing up so that everyone who calls in gets to see up your nose. I can tell you.
But I think that's good. Sometimes you can see the brain of that person.
Yeah, like up the nose. I don't know anybody where the angle up their nose is the best view of that person. So I like those two things. Fix your lighting. And sometimes it's as easy as just changing your positioning and where the light above you comes, moving that around a little bit, and then get your camera up at eye level. And so those are two things that just make people look better on the camera. And if you're smart about it, you don't even have to spend any money. Just move your camera and sometimes maybe move or turn your desk so that the lighting is a little bit better. A bad strategy, sometimes people put their desk and the window is behind them Don't do that, because then you end up really dark and all people can see is what's outside. They can't really see your face. So turn your desk around so that you're looking outside and the camera's looking in at you. So those are my lighting tips.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the next section of this awesome live show. Oh my God. Our favorite items in the carousel. Tommy asked to the world, please let me know which products make you more excited in your carousel. And the world, it's answering to Tommy. Ryan, what do you have?
All right. Well, thanks, Tommy, for this question. Sorry it took us almost an hour to get to answer your question. But hey, for everybody else out there, thanks for tuning into the show. I'm Ryan, and that's Marco over there. Thanks for being here. This is the Homeazin show. If you have questions on any of the products highlighted in my carousel or in Marco's carousel, jump out. Let us know what your question is, and we'd be happy to help you out. Jarhead 6 Rides is still here. He agreed with some of the lighting things I said, so thanks for that. Here is my favorite item, and this one, it is even a new item this week, Marco. I got a new power strip. I have a lot of power strips, but I got a new one. It's got 8 outlets on it, and it has a USB-C and a USB-A. And so, see, when I even get this closer,
oh, nice.
You can see what that looks like. It has a flat wall plug on the side. It's from a company called Ecobee, and they were nice enough to send me one of these. They're one of those companies that's just
there's this are they plugs there over there at the top above Ecobee?
No, yes. Those are the lights. 2 lights right there when you turn it on. A protected and a grounded. That's a decent question, though. Okay. They do look a little bit like USB-C plugs.
Yes.
Each one of these has a little slider that you can slide back and forth to close those outlets if you want to keep debris and stuff out of those outlets, or maybe keep pets or little kids from sticking things into your outlets. You can close all of those. So this has become one of my favorites, maybe my new favorite power strip at the house here from Ecobee. It does have slots on the back if you wanted to hang it up on your wall. There is a power on off button right there, but that's one of my new favorite items. So this one.
Okay, I have, if you don't mind, Ryan, I have a question on my side about
all right, let's hear it.
The clamping voltage of that.
It's the American. It's not the European. I don't know what you mean by clamping voltage.
It should be 110, right?
Yeah. If that's what you mean. Not like, what do you do in Europe? 220?
Yeah, we are stronger.
You're twice the people that we are here in America.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or you're like half the people that we are in America. That's why you need twice the power. I don't know how that works, but anyhow, that's a cool power strip. I've been excited about that. Showed up at my house. What are the other things in my favorites? Okay. Aiden hit the follow button. So Aiden, thanks for stopping by. Aiden Bogdan, thanks for being here. Let us know if you have any specific questions, Aiden. We'll try to do our best to help you out. Let me bring up the next one. We're going to try this again today, Marco. But I got to plug my power strip back in.
By the way, Jazwanti, you have the link, so you can, if you want, a little bit some message up. You have the link so you can check the power strip.
All right. So thank you. Marco is good about doing that. I'm not as good about that. All right. Some people have been asking me about printers and favorite printers. My new HP DeskJet 4155E is my new favorite printer, and it's setting right over here.
Let me ask you something. Is your desk powered by that battery?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
So I'm jealous.
Yeah. So I use that so that I can wheel my desk around and move it around.
And also that power strip, it's plugged on the...
That power strip is plugged into the wall somewhere else. It's not plugged into the battery.
Okay.
I guess. I got a mess now. Anyhow, so this is kind of it's my favorite printer now. It was so easy to set up. So this is what I was going to say. The last 2 days on my show, someone has come in and asked me about printers. And they said, Ryan, what's your favorite printer? I tried to do a demo for them. Both days, the demo did not work. So I'm gonna try it here. Anyhow, here we go. Oh, they're saying clamping voltage equals operating, or is not equal to operating voltage. Sorry about that, just want the. Sorry, I didn't have the answer for that one. Let me.
I think it's the 1110. Oh my god, 110 volts.
All right. So that's my printer. I was going to try a quick demo. There's a couple of comments coming out here. Miller, thanks for stopping by the show. You said, I don't know about that. So sorry about that.
Never mind.
Never mind. We can't unmute you though, Miller. Next time we go live though.
Yeah. Try to provide useful comments and nobody will mute you. That's all right. That easy.
Okay. Aiden has a question for me. Is that a Gobi immersion on the back of the TV? So we're going to take a little bit of a side swing here, Marco. I think I put the Gobi immersion lights in my carousel. Aiden, why, yes, it is. And let me lower my desk and I will ask you. So any questions you have, Aiden, about those Gobi immersion lights, I can try to answer them. I'll give you a little bit of my rundown of what they look like and how they work though. So you do have to have a 55, 60, or 65 inch TV for these. When I pull them out, you can see they come as a strip along the back. They also do have a camera right up here that looks at the edges of your television screen, and it tries to match up the colors on the wall with the colors on the TV. So you see right now there's a bunch of orange fish down here. It gets a little bit darker orange back there. And also when you, like here, there's a little bit of green in the middle because there's the green plants. Up here, it's hard to see back here, but it's blue because there's a lot of blue. See right now the fish are moving away. It gets a little blue down here. So you can use it like that. Let me turn my camera just a smidge more. Let me bring up the Gobi app here because you can do more than just that with those. Okay, Aiden says, is there a way to get the middle colors on the wall instead of just the edge? I don't know exactly what you're talking about, Aiden. Like, they're designed for the edge of your TV. Like, if you had middle colors, like, are you talking about colors like on the wall behind your television? Talking about middle, because like there's lights going all the way around all four sides. And let me show you some other things you can do with it. You can set it up to follow your TV screen, like I have it set up, or you can have it set up. Maybe you'd rather it's just one color. You're like, I just want it to be blue around my TV. Maybe you don't like blue, and you would just prefer, maybe I'd prefer it's just white behind my TV. Maybe you're like, I don't know about that. There's different scenes they can set up. This one, they call it a snowflake scene. It kind of goes from a white to a light blue. Or you could put on like a fire scene, so the lights behind it look like a flickering fire. Anyhow, you can do a number of those things. So does that answer your question, Aiden, as far as a way to get the middle colors on the wall? Because I didn't totally understand that. Aiden says, yes, that answers in code Soka. Code Soka is back. Welcome back, Code Soka, for the second day in a row. Thanks for being here. This is my friend Marco over here. We host the show, and Miller is saying hello to Marco. Anyhow, we'll be okay. Miller stops by my show frequently, Marco. So my guess is he was not being intentional on whatever comments he left. So there you go, Aiden. Hopefully that answers your question. I'm a big fan of those Gobi immersion lights. So thanks for giving me a quick minute or two to run over a quick demo of those lights. They are pretty cool. Be careful though, because you have to have the right size TV, 55, 60, or 65 inch, just because of how the strips go along each side. If you have a larger TV or a smaller TV, the strips won't make it all the way around, or they'll be too big. So pay attention on that. Then I'm going to jump back in to my favorite products, and we're going to do this printer demo and see if it works.
Okay. Wait.
Woo! Great sound effect there. I got to bring in a piece of paper. Here's what I'm trying to do. I am trying to get this printer to copy this piece of paper for me. It doesn't seem to want to do this when we're live. It works when I'm not live. I think my printer gets stage fright or something. It gets nervous and it can't print.
Okay, do you want another drum roll?
No, because I'm afraid I'm just going to let everyone down and it's not going to print.
Okay, let's do this. Let's switch.
Oh, we're getting it anyway. And then I press the button, and it is supposed to pull this piece of paper in. Oh, it's working! It's working! No! It was the drum roll. It's the drum roll there.
I think that's the thing you were missing. Was the drum roll.
All right. So there is a demo of how easy it is to get that printer to work. Here's the original sheet. Comes out right there. Whoop. Falls all the way on the floor. Here we go. There is our wonderful copy paper. But this printer also has a full scanning bed on top of it right there if you want to scan things. Easy to print to it. It was really easy to install. So that made it in my favorite items of the week. Then I have a couple more that I did want to highlight and bring to the attention. I'm using for my microphone today the Blue Yeti microphone, which is right here. And I'm using this one. It's on sale today for $94.99. But if you're looking for a nice microphone, this is a good one. It also looks good, and it has some different settings. Aiden says goodbye. Well, thanks, Aiden, for sub by. Hey, before you leave, Aiden, hit the follow button down below unless you already did. I think you did. So thanks for that. So there we go. Anyhow, so that's the Blue Yeti. It does have 4 different polar patterns on it. One is, I think they call it cardioid, which means when I talk in front of it, it's only going to pick up sound coming in front of the microphone. Bidirectional,
yes,
picks up noise over here, picks up noise over here. Think if you were to do
don't say noise, say sound.
Picks up
sound.
Noise. Sound.
Not
it picks
sound.
Up sound. It picks up sound. So think of a interview where you're sitting down at a table, sitting across from a table, picks up the sound from either sides of the microphone. Omnidirectional, meaning it will do the entire room. And then it also has stereo mode, which stereo mode, Chris Stone is here in the chat. Thanks, Chris Stone, for stopping by. Chris Stone, tell all the people in the audience why stereo mode is useful. I think it's for musicians or something. It's so that you can record in stereo, but I think musicians use that. Okay. And Miller, I had to correct you on Marco's name. It's Marco. So he's good here. Tommy says the Blue Yeti mics are great. I have the 10th anniversary model. Highly recommend it. Chris said, do you have a Blue Yeti in your hand right now? Yes, I do. Sound is a softer word than noise. I think now that you guys point this out, it does make sense. Noise has more of a negative connotation to it.
Absolutely.
And sound is a little bit more positive. Maybe I should have said you can hear, glorious voices. Better. Glorious voices on this side and on this side. I'll use glorious voices from now on.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's what we should go with. And Chris Stone also says Homeazin is omnidirectional fun.
Absolutely.
That means fun all around. Fun all around. So thanks, Chris Stone, for stopping by. And the other favorite I have is my Barracuda X wireless headset that I'm wearing today. There is a microphone that attaches to it. Sometimes I host the Homeazin show using that microphone. Today I decided to use the Yeti microphone since it was actually on sale. I thought that was a good idea. But I'm a big fan of these Barracuda X headsets.
They are from Razer, right?
Yes, they are. So,
but it's funny because they are really low profile. Usually the Razer products, they are a little bit more, how can I say, visual?
Yeah. And I think, so they're made by the company Razer. Razer makes gaming products and gaming gear. And that's kind of why I have them, because I have some gamers at my house and some kids. But I ordered these and I was the one that liked them the most at my house, so I kind of kept them. But one of the reasons I recommend them for not gamers is because of what Marco said. They're just simple black, pretty clean. They don't have flashing, spinning lights on the side. They don't have racing stripes across the top. If you wear these and any of your remote work or any of your business calls, people really aren't going to say much. They're not going to notice anything. They will just consider you wearing a headset. Whereas if you're wearing some other gaming headsets where the lights are turning on and flashing, people might be like, why is that person, are they playing video games all the time? So I like these for that. Plus they have real good sound in them. They are not Bluetooth. They have their own proprietary 2.4 gigahertz wireless technology. So you have to plug a little adapter into the USB-C dongle. Good word. Good word. You can connect them to your laptop. You can connect them to your cell phone as long as it has a USB port on the bottom to plug that in there. They do include a 3.5 millimeter cable so that you can plug it in kind of anywhere. And one of the things I like about them is you can kind of use them with any device that you have. So those are my favorites of the day. Back to you, Marco.
Okay, first of all, let's say hello to Chris. So good to have you here in this omnidirectional, enthusiastic show. So, and shame on you. I was about to talk about it, but you just teased me even more. My Shure SM7B, this awesome, amazing microphone. This was a kind, lovely offer from Shure. This microphone was on my bucket list for, I don't know, maybe 4 years or so. I was watching or listening, mostly listening, people using this microphone, and I thought, oh my God, I know someone who would love to have that microphone as well because it sounds pretty well. The thing, it sounds pretty well. Another thing, and I'm not afraid to say this, I like good-looking microphones. I think this microphone, it's a timeless microphone. And by the way, next Tuesday, I will have Laura Davidson from Shure on my show. So tune in. It will be, I think it will be at 11. Yes, it will be 11 a.m. Eastern. So it will be for sure that was funny, another nice conversation and funny conversation because Laura, it's a really funny lady, and also she has lots of knowledge about this audio thing, not noise thing.
The noise.
Okay, so Chris, I will definitely watch that with her. I love my Shure MV7. Yes, and this is something. Okay, let me bring the other favorite item in my carousel. Will be my MV7. So this was the microphone, and let me share the story about this microphone.
Let's hear it. Chris, we're going to get back to Chris Stone's comment in a second.
Do you know this is kind of that story? Then when we were teenagers, maybe you had this situation, maybe you don't, but at least I'm sure that you know someone who ran through this situation. There's that awesome lady, awesome girl that we are in love. Okay, let's think as a teenager, please. Okay, but it's hard for us to get her to get their number because we are shy because she's already engaged or something. So we go to the second option. Okay, so somehow this MV7 was the second option. Let me see if I can show you. Don't get me wrong, this is an awesome microphone as well. Okay, good looking as well, good sounding. Let me put this to play so you can listen how it sounds. But the thing is, there's a slightly difference when we talk about this microphone and this one when we talk about price, because this is, you just pay $250 and you have a really nice sounding microphone, and it's not an affordable microphone. I think it's not a cheap microphone. But the thing is, when you get the SM7B, you should have in mind that besides the microphone, you need to buy, I don't know, maybe around 200, 300 more dollars in stuff. Okay, so let me. Yes, I'm using the Fathead, which is around $90. you need to buy an XLR cable. In this case, I bought a pack of two, and one it's here and the other one it's here. There you go. And also you need to buy the mixer, the boom arm. So you will spend easily with the SM7B more $200-300. Okay, so now let me try to bring this MV7, and you will see that there's no a huge difference between microphones. Okay, I think now it's working. Let me know.
It's working.
So now I'm using this microphone. Good things
They
about
both
it.
sound really good, by the way.
Absolutely, absolutely. And don't get me wrong about that story. I went to the second option because this was a little bit out of budget for me, but I really knew that this second option was also a really good option. Okay. Besides, yes, the Electro Dynamite is the one that Christian Caras. Oh my God, my co-host uses. He uses the Dynamite. I use the Fathead. Let me show you. There you go. Because otherwise, this Shure SM7B will be a really quiet microphone. This will give you an extra gain of 27 decibels, and with that, you will get a good sound. Yes. So the thing is, besides being an XLR microphone, this is a hybrid microphone because you can use it as well as a USB microphone. Shure provides you with two USB cables, one USB-A, the old standard, and the other one USB-C, the new standard. Okay, so you can use it. Also, it has, when you use it as a USB microphone, it has here a nice touch control, so you can adjust the gain and the level of the microphone, which is awesome. Okay, and again, I can't stress enough how good these Shure microphones sound. So the SM7B, I think it's not working. Let me just check. Yes, it is. So this is the SM7B, and this is the MV7. Um, let me know which one you like most. MV7, SM7B, hello, welcome, sound testing. sound testing.
All right.
So these are my two favorite products today.
All right. So I got to catch up on the comments here because Chris Stone, I know he's not a fan of my Blue Yeti microphone here. He says, now we're talking about a microphone, the buttery smooth sound of Marco Novo. I'm sorry, Chris Stone. I don't have that buttery smooth sound. I don't think I have the buttery smooth voice. I have the scratchy guy who sounds like he has a cold voice all the time. But that's just me. Anyhow, I want to give a shout out to DC, California for hitting the follow button. And DC says, just found you guys and hit the follow button. And thanks, DC, for tuning in. I'm Ryan, and that's Marco over there. Happy to have you here. Always excited about a new follower. So anybody else who's out there, if you're watching and tuned in,
hello, DC.
hello, hit the follow button down below.
Yes.
You can go on my channel, ryanis.live. We'll get you to my Amazon store.
I'm going to keep the show with
show.
the two microphones in front of me.
You can. Your voice sounds a little funny with the two microphones, but we'll go with it. You can go to marketing.live right underneath his face, and you can follow along on Marco's side of the live stream. So thanks, DC, for being here. What was I going to ask next? Chris Stone says, the Shure in-ear monitors are awesome too. Do you know what those are, Marco?
Yes, they are these kind of earphones.
Because I don't know what these are. Oh.
They have, I think it's the SE 2015, which are a standard as well. And yes, they Sure, it's F word amazing brand.
All right. Well, and then there was some comments between Marco and Chris Stone about Cloud Lifter and the SE stick. But I think Marco answered those questions. Chris Stone says, barely a difference. Ryan, your sound is buttery in the midst of the scratch. I think Chris Stone doesn't like my Blue Yeti microphone. I'm sorry, Chris Stone, at that conference that you're hosting, Amazon, I should show up and I will do a talk about why you should use the Blue Yeti microphone. Just for you.
Five reasons to pick.
I will put that in the list. I'm going to put that in as a show topic, and I'm guessing that Chris Stone is gonna deny that proposal to speak about that. Anyhow, Chris Stone, Marco, he is putting together at, I believe it's Podfest or VidFest. I don't know.
Podfest, VidFest. They are different. They are different events. The VidFest, it's more oriented for video. Podfest, it's more for podcasting.
Anyhow, VidFest.
I think it will be at both.
Chris Stone, for those of you that don't know, Chris Stone is one half. He is among the top 2 hosts of the live show Dealcasters Live. So he is an Amazon live streamer as well. They are putting together a day-long series of talks and topics on Amazon Live at the VidFest conference in May. And I'm still trying to determine whether or not I want to make it down for that conference and maybe give a talk or put in a proposal to give a talk or two on Amazon Live and some of that. So I'm kind of paying attention and checking on my calendar and flights and things like that. But Chris Stone says, I'm cracking up with Marco speaking into 2 broadcast mics. Marco likes to do that. So a few weeks ago, he brought in 4 or 5 different microphones so that it looked like he was giving a press conference. And then he turned on the flashing lights for the cameras and he started the show like that. So, I mean, Marco, you're welcome. You're welcome to just, set that whole thing up. And
okay,
we started the show that way a few weeks ago when we had to make some important announcements. We started it off like a press conference.
Okay, let's do this.
And DC California says Casey Kasem has nothing on Marco. No. And
who's Casey Kasem?
Is it Casey Kasem? It used to be a radio announcer that would announce the top 40 songs of the week on radio back in the 80s and 90s. You probably
now that name resounds to me. Yes. Top 40 American.
I have no idea what Casey Kasem looks like because it was back in the days of radio and you didn't know what anybody looked like on the radio. So similar to kind of like a
US bandstand.
It's something like that. All right. And does Chris Stone know DC California? He says DC, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. I'm not sure what that's a reference for. Is that something in reference to Casey Kasem? Is that a Casey Kasem saying? I don't know. Anyhow, thanks everybody for tuning into the show. Thanks Chris and DC for stopping on. DC says being sarcastic about his mic and his voice. Chris Stone said that is Casey Kasem's sign off from the American Top 40. So Chris Stone, everybody out there, used to work for 2,000 years. He worked for Sony. And I think Chris Stone knows all of the big musicians and artists in the world. Chris Stone says Dick Clark is American Bandstand. Casey Kasem was American Top 4. He's trying to fix us up here. Anyhow, Chris Stone, the piece of knowledge for the sign off from Kasem. I think that maybe comes from your background in the whole music industry, because I don't have a recollection of that. I must not have ever listened to the end of the show, but I should have, because they did the last song at the end. But maybe once they quit playing that last song, I turned the radio off.
Let me do something. We can ask Alexa. Alexa, who's Kasem? Alexa, who's Kasem?
According to Wikipedia, Kamal Amin Kasem was an American disc jockey, actor, and radio personality who created and hosted several radio countdown programs, notably American Top 40. He was the first actor to voice Norville Shaggy Rogers in the Scooby-Doo franchise. Kasem began hosting the original American Top 40 on the weekend of July 4, 1970, and remained there until 1988. Did that answer your question?
Thank you, Alexa. Thank you.
Chris Stone says, "Why ask Alexa when you can ask Chris?" I have totally changed my tune on Kasem once I found out Casey was the voice of Shaggy in Scooby-Doo. Kasem is now the greatest radio DJ of all time. Maybe. All right. Anyhow, so there you go. Casey did not use a Blue Yeti mic. I now have the title of my proposal for a talk at VidFest, and it will be titled "Why Kasem Should Have Used a Blue Yeti Mic."
Yes. 5 reasons.
Five reasons. There you go. Oh my. Chris Stone, I love Blue Yetis. You don't. Chris Stone doesn't. Chris Stone, everybody has different opinions on microphones, and they all do sound a little bit different. This is my opinion on microphones, and this probably becomes, I would guess, Chris Stone is I wouldn't guess. I will say Chris Stone is a much higher authority on sound and audio quality and noise than I am. Just because he spent years working in the music industry and with recording artists and producing. I don't know exactly what you did I don't know if you produced the stuff when you were at Sony, but he just worked in that industry where sound is really important. I will say for most people in the world, going from your laptop microphone to kind of any other external third-party microphone that you can buy is a huge improvement that you will notice and know the quality has gone up. When you go from like the $100 microphone to the $500 to the $3,000, I don't notice, and this is me, I don't notice all that much of a difference between those different microphones when you step up there. There is differences that you can hear. I think most people in the world aren't always going to notice those.
Absolutely. And let me share this, because at the back of this microphone, you have here you can make some adjustments here. And yesterday I was looking to a video on YouTube about someone switching, and he switched and he talked. He switched, and at the end I didn't notice any difference.
You sometimes don't. So here we go. Chris Stone says the Yeti is the #1 USB microphone in the world. And then he says the Toyota Corolla is the #1 selling car in the world. A lot of people love their Toyota Corollas. So it's a different thing. It's a personal preference. I guess I've never had a really, really
Corolla?
fancy microphone or a Toyota Corolla for that matter. But now, so Chris Stone, you've already given me point #1 in my proposed talk. Why Kasem should have used the Yeti, because it's the #1 microphone in the world. And then Casey Kasem probably drove a Toyota Corolla as well. But now I suddenly want a Toyota Corolla.
Why Casey should use a Blue Yeti, the Toyota Corolla, in the microphone world?
Yes, that's what it is. And DC says, I always like the voice of the announcer coast to coast with Art Bell back in the day. I don't even know what that is. DC, California. I'm assuming that's a radio show, not one that I caught on to or one that I knew of. All right, Marco. We have other segments in our show.
I'm lost. Okay,
we're lost
about our favorite. Okay, let's move on.
It's okay, everybody. We love it that there are people here to jump in the chat and participate.
So in this section, I will ask about a given product on Ryan's carousel, and he will do the same about my carousel. Do you want to start?
I do. Chris Stone says Casey Kasem drove a Blue Yeti to work every day. I am most certainly sure that he did.
There he goes. Look, listen.
That is exactly what the Blue Yeti on wheels would sound like. There you go. And, so next week on my live show, I'm going to be talking with Logitech. They make Blue Yeti, or they own the Blue Yeti brand now as well. So we're going to talk about Yeti microphones. I think it's mine's at 10:30 Central Time. I think you and I are going to have overlapping shows. You're going to be talking to
on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Damn you. Oh my God, Ryan.
Stop blaming it on me. Stop blaming it on me. So so Marco starts at 10 Central. His will probably go an hour. Mine will only be from 10:30 to 11. Anyhow, great shows to watch on Tuesday.
Wait. It will be 11. Yes, it will be 11 Eastern.
Yeah, which is 10 Central.
Yes, you're right.
So you the first half of yours will be anyhow.
Okay, but
so there's good.
I need you to introduce me to that Logitech person. But
I will. I will. I'm getting so lost in this. There was a
pick the item on my carousel.
Yes, we got to do that. I had it picked up. The Logitech H390 headset is the one. That's where this all came from. Talk about that thing.
I thought that you would ask because it's an item that I'm pretty sure that you never saw in your own.
Never seen it in my whole life.
Never saw it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that you are curious about it. Just let me highlight it in the carousel. First thing, it's on a deal. Okay. And it is okay. I think that I know that you're gonna be jealous, Ryan, because this is an awesome headset. Maybe you should have one. Okay, so this is
Marco's laughing because I actually have one of these headsets.
So let me change the camera so you can see. Okay, there you go. This is the headset. Okay, let's. What do you know what we can do, Ryan? I will be talking and you make the demo.
All right, I'm putting mine on. I'm gonna try this. We're gonna see if it works on the show. I'm gonna switch my audio, all of it, and I will do the rest of the show using the Logitech H390. If you're talking, I can't hear you because I took off my headset.
This is how it looks. Okay, they are a pretty nice. It's a pretty nice headset. Having in mind, it's a $20 headset. Okay, it's on the deal as far as $90.99.
Hello. I bet you.
Hello, Ryan. Okay, let me do this as well. You're teasing me. Okay, I need to remove these earbuds. I'm gonna use this. I think you will notice somehow a tiny difference between the sound of the.
You will notice a difference between the other
There
microphones
you
that
go.
Marco and I
So
have.
now I'm using just this headset, and I'm gonna change it here as well, so people can listen to me and I can listen to people. There you go. I think yes, all set.
See, we are all set here, Mario. But
Okay,
yeah,
so this is how it looks. Having in mind what you're paying, and this could be a really good item to go to that section. You get more than you pay. Okay, you have this tiny remote. Can I call this a remote or something? I think I
it's
can.
not really a remote. It's just
A
control.
control.
Yeah, control on the wire. I don't know.
Okay, it's a little bit remote. It's, I don't know, maybe 2 feet away from the headset. So it's, I think I can just call it remote. Okay, here you can adjust the volume of the headphones up and down, and also in this middle button, when you press it, you will mute the microphone, and then this stable light will turn to flashing light. I'm gonna press this again. Light, it's not flashing anymore, and I'm pretty sure that you can hear me. Ryan?
I can hear you.
Okay,
I can hear you
perfect.
loud and clear. Yes.
One of the another good thing about this headset is that it has a long cord. I think you know the length of this cord.
I think it's 8 foot long. So it is.
Okay,
It is long.
so
Like,
you can move around.
I can stand way back here. I'm still plugged into my computer up there.
I think one day I will plug this at my home, and then I'm gonna visit Ryan, and I think the cord it's long enough.
The cords.
So this is how it sounds, looks. This headset from Logitech, the H390.
Here,
And now
I wanted to
yes,
do another quick demo of this because both Marco and I switched to this headset from our, fancier, more expensive mics. I wanted to switch to mine. Like right now, did you hear the switch in the microphone, Marco? Because now I'm using
yes,
the built-in laptop microphone. And you can hear, I mean, it's going to pick up sounds from all over the place. But when I go from that to now I'm on the Logitech microphone, you notice there's quite a bit of a difference there, and the Logitech microphone does sound better than that. And so when you think about the price, for $20, you get a headset and a better microphone with you. That's why Marco and I both just like it. It's not the greatest sounding microphone ever, but it's $20. It's easy to bring with you. Marco uses it to help host a lot of his live shows that he produces in the background. If you just want a headset,
yeah. Absolutely.
it's a good.
Could be a good microphone, for instance, when you're doing Zoom calls, when the
Yep.
quality of the sound it's not uh, a great thing. This could be a nice option for you. For content creation, I don't recommend this. I don't. Maybe I was about to recommend the Blue Yeti, but I'm not sure about it.
Yeah. Anyhow, Marco and I both have these. I had a couple of comments.
Yes.
DC, California was telling me about the greatest radio shows of the 90s, and DC is getting a kick out of our headphones here. Do blue states only have blue Yetis? I don't know the answer to that, but we try to steer away from political discussions and comments on the show here, so we're gonna skip beyond that one. And DC also said, "Wowzers." Hello, deep voice. I must have a much deeper voice with this, but I'm going to leave mine on for the rest of the show.
Okay, I'm gonna
Marco.
do the same, just because I'm a nice guy. So let me take a look at your carousel.
What do you got here?
Okay, you have highlighted right now the bonsai paper shredder. It's up to you.
Okay, I do not have the paper shredder yet. These kind of fall into my
Okay,
wish list.
let me pick another one.
Oh,
Okay, no
you can.
problem.
I don't know that we're going to get everything through today, Marco. We're running out of time.
Don't tell me that. Okay, I think I already saw that nostalgia. I think it's a hot dog machine.
All
Yes, it
right.
is.
Yes. All right. So I don't know. I don't know if you did this, Marco, but uh, last week I mentioned to Marco we should add a funny item into our carousel.
Okay. Okay, let me bring another one.
I guess we're just
I
gonna
don't.
keep trying here. Maybe
Okay.
we should just go to the funny section of the show. Just bring that up, and I'll talk about the hot dog.
I don't
carousel.
have the video.
We don't need the video. Let's
Okay.
just do it right now then, because we're
Okay.
piloting.
Let's do this.
We're
Okay.
piloting this
Okay.
section of the show. I thought here's a new section we should try because there are millions of products for sale on Amazon, and every now and then we find an item or I come across an item, and I'm like, wow, I never would have thought somebody would make that.
Okay.
And so
Back to you.
what we have here highlighted in the carousel on my stream, I do not have it, but it is, think someone mixed a toaster with a hot dog machine. It's got two slots to put in a hot dog and slots to put in your hot dog buns. It toasts the buns and it cooks the hot dogs. And this is one of those items. It even comes in red. This is one of those items that I'm starting to think should probably be setting on my shelf behind me because I can hardly imagine going another day of life without having one of these.
I think I saw someone reviewing it on an Amazon Live a few days ago. I don't I think it was that couple with Italian names. But I think they were reviewing that hot dogger toaster.
I don't know, but DC finds it funny. Looks red. Tommy says, "I wonder how you would clean." I I have no idea. It's probably like a toaster. There's probably like a slot on the bottom. I have no idea. But that was my item in the carousel today. That it was also the one Marco picked out for me to talk about. But it was also the crazy, funny, different item in the show. So if you like it when Marco and I highlight some different items, let us know in the chat, and maybe we'll make this a more permanent section of the show, or maybe it will never occur again.
Well, I think we can keep. I'm getting a message from our creative department. Please, Ryan, please.
I'm laughing at Tommy's comment.
Okay, they are approving the section. Okay, so we can move on.
They are approving the section. Tommy said he's picturing the hot dog at the gas station that's been there for 6 months. You never know how long those hot dogs at the gas station have been on that little roller or in the oven. Yes, some of them, although I would say I think way more people eat at the gas station than what I originally thought. So they might not have even been there long enough to cook. Anyhow, Randall's here. Thanks so much.
Hello, Randall. How are you? So I'm gonna bring, even though I think you got a better product for this crazy section, I'm gonna bring those LED lights again because they have these different scenes, which could be a nice option. And putting them together with my Stream Deck,
putting them together with a hot dog maker would really be something.
Yeah, it could be also. Okay, this could be a nice item as well. And I can change, or I can just do this.
Whoa, the police are coming.
I think the music gets too loud, and the neighbors, they complain to the police.
We are having an illegal amount of fun here on the show this morning.
Everybody lay down in the floor and stay calm. So there you go. This is my crazy product, and I think even though in the serious side of the live streaming, content creation, video recording, this could be everybody lay down in the floor. Okay, so this is my pick today on this new section, which doesn't even have this. How do we call this video splitter?
I don't know. Yeah, what would that thing be called?
Okay, from now on, this will be the video splitter. So the next section, it is surprising item. So this is the item that we bought, kind of, okay, let's see what this will bring. And at the end of the day, we found that it was a really outstanding product. What do you have, my friend Ryan? Can you tell us?
I have to admit, right now, my cord length is going to be a problem here because my item is way back in the corner. So hold on. There we go. If you are thinking to yourself right now, well, I think DC is starting to think this to himself because of all that talk about the hot dogs and everything. Is getting a little bit hungry. And Rome Wilkerson, thanks for stopping by the show. Yes, we're having a good time. But if you're sitting yourself and you're thinking all that talk of hot dogs made me kind of want to go on a picnic, because obviously that's what you would start thinking, and you're hungry, this right here is the product that you need. It is a backpack and it is a cooler all in one. So this part right here is a backpack. You can fit 30 cans of your favorite canned beverage in there, which I know is Coca-Cola Classic. There you go. And I did test this one day on the show. I put 30 cans in here. You do not have to be a wizard to fill the 30 cans in here. I got them to go in there. But it works great. It keeps things cold. I say it's really awesome for picnic type things because although the baskets are really cute, the picnic baskets, and a lot of those other coolers, if you're familiar, those rectangular style coolers, they're nice and they keep things cold, but they are not easy to carry around and bring with you. This cooler goes on your back, and I will wear this for the remainder of the show too. There you go. So you
You're
can
ready
bring
to go to school.
You could go
elementary
to
school.
Or you could
Ryan
go
is
camping.
back to school.
It does have a couple of nice extra touches. It's got a bottle opener on the shoulder strap over here. And this right here, it has a hidden compartment that you can put your cell phone in and zip it up. So now your phone is right here, hands-free. But this is just one of those items. It was kind of new to me in 2021. I discovered these and ordered one. And it's just one of those things that if you are an outdoor person, or even if you like to travel a lot, It's a cooler that works well, and it's just so much easier to carry things around like this than in one of those rectangular coolers or something like that. So that's the one item I picked out for that today, Marco.
Okay,
Back to you.
perfect. So my surprising item is these headphones. Okay, they are not here. Where are they? Oh my god, I have them on my room. So I'm gonna pick another one.
We're losing it here.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab, I think I have somewhere over the rainbow, my Stream Deck. I thought it was here. I think he's running away from me. How come? Okay, there you go. So the Elgato Stream Deck, 15 keys. This product could be at least 3 categories on my pickings. One of my favorites. You get more than you pay. It's on a deal today, and I'm gonna put it as well on surprising items because I don't know where I put my headphones. That's me. That's my middle name. So this is one of that products, and I like to make this clarification because I think you may be in the same boat. You listen to so many people talking about good things about the Stream Deck, right? And at some point you think, I don't believe that it is that good. I don't believe, maybe it's not, because I'm a little bit, as a good Portuguese, I'm a little bit skeptical about everything. So that's how it is. So I bought this, and let me share, it is even better than I thought, because we tend to think that this is a product mainly for content creators like live streamers, podcasters, video editors, or something, but it's not. Besides, of course, and it is, I'm not saying that it's not a good device for content creators. It is an amazing device, but besides that, it's an amazing productivity tool. Okay, because you can automate so many things through this uh, keyboard, Stream Deck. For instance, do you do that Control C, Control V lots of times? You can do this with just one key here. Okay, do you use like text blocks that you use often, for instance, for emails? You can do that here as well. You can save different text blocks up to 500 characters, and then you press one button and this will trigger that text, and it will go to the place where you put the uh, cursor. Okay, there you go. Also, you can integrate this with OBS, and for instance, I can change my scenes. Oh my god! Oh my god! This is okay, it's over. So this is how I how I change my scenes. Okay, as you can see, and I have my surveillance mode here. Okay, this is how I control my security services, control the thing in my house. Also, let me share. I think I can stay with this. We have here these sound effects. We have here an old friend. We have also this. We have a good and friendly person here as well.
Silence! I kill you!
Okay, we have here as well some background musics. I can launch here, I can launch my favorite programs, as you can see, softwares. Okay, instead of being looking at the desktop or the navigation bar, I have them here, so I just press one button and this will trigger, will launch the software. You can use this with Photoshop, as far as you can use hotkeys with that given software. You can integrate that here, and it's an awesome product. It's that awesome that I'm pretty sure that soon I will get the 32 keys or buttons Stream Deck, because this one it's turning a little bit short for me.
Hey, all right. So that's a good one. A couple of comments here. DC California says he or she is half Italian and half Portuguese here. So they are loving your accent. It feels like a family reunion with Marco's accent.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry I don't have that accent. I'm from the Midwest, South Dakota, so my heritage probably traces itself back to Norway, Sweden,
I can
and
try to speak
Ireland.
also with an Italian accent. No problem at all with me. Just let me know which one do you rather me to use, the Italian accent or the Portuguese one. Please, capisci? Let's
Oh my.
let's move on. So now in this section we will be talking about products that we, at the end of the day, we thought, okay, I was buying this for this, but it does more this and this. So at the end we think we got more than we pay. What do you have, my friend Ryan? You look so funny with that backpack.
I can't keep it together today. I can't keep it together.
Unusual.
I guess that's not. That's like every week when we do the Homeazin show. DC, California is now salud and bueno. I know bueno means good in Spanish. Anyhow,
Yes.
My item of the day, I'm going to highlight my Braun Series 7 Razor. Why do you get more than you can pay for? Because you get a case with it, which is nice. So if you want to travel, you can bring the case with it. Fits nicely in a backpack. But you can use it if it's wet, so you can use it in the shower. You can use it as a dry razor, like right now. I'm going to shave one cheek. Be nice and clean right over there. Ooh, smooth. Smooth on.
I think that it's the Valentine's cheek.
Yeah, there we go. The Valentine's cheek. So you can do that. Plus, you can do it with shave gel or without shave gel. So I've discovered there are so many different ways to use this thing, and I really like it. It's a great razor. So if you're out there and maybe you're like someone on my Valentine's list could use a Valentine's shave, this is a good one. The Braun Series 7. I've tested a number of different razors, and it is my favorite one. So that's the one I'm putting in this category for today. And I'm throwing it back to you, Mr. Marco.
Okay, the item will be, okay, I'm gonna break a rule here because I'm gonna use this microphone, this TC40 from Tuner. Okay, I think it could be a little better than the Blue Yeti. Okay, so you get
Chris is going to hear it from me for jumping into my show and making fun of my Blue Yeti microphone.
So let me put it. Let me connect this microphone. Okay, hopefully it's working right now. So, do you notice a difference?
Oh, we did.
Okay, so this is
much
how
more
it
radio DJ like.
This is the sound of Marco Novo radio station here in Portugal. Let me know if you have any music requests, and I'm gonna sing it for you. Unforgettable. Doo-doo-doo-doo. That's what you are. So this
See,
is how this. Yes.
you know what would make those so much better is when you start singing. If I would start pulling my own weight and bring an instrument that I could play along when you start singing. I feel like when you start singing, like I got nothing to offer because I really just can't sing very well.
I think the only instrument I can play properly it's doorbells.
I
So this
all right.
is my
Back to you.
and today it's in a double deal because you will save. Let me check. Okay, it's not even highlighted. Shame on me.
You have to explain this double deal. What do you mean? I want to buy now.
Okay, let me see if it is in the carousel because sometimes I'm pretty good doing really hard to understand things. So I think I've talking about a product that it's not even on my carousel. But let me see.
I think it is.
Pray for me. Pray for me, right? Okay, yes, it is. Okay, now it's highlighted. Whew. Oh my god. This was terrifying. So this you have at the beginning $20 discount. But then if you check that a tiny box, you will get extra $15 discount. Okay, and you will pay $54.99 for this microphone, and you will get the microphone, you'll get this pop filter, you get this shock mount, and also the boom arm. And the boom arm, it's a really nice boom arm as well. Okay, so I think you will get way more than you're paying because, for instance, when I bought not the Blue Yeti, but the Blue Snowball Ice. Some years ago, I paid more than $55 and I get less than this. Even though the microphone sounds good, I think this sounds way better and you will get the boom arm. Yeah, it's a really nice deal. Okay, so that's my choice for this section, the Toner TC40, which, by the way, was sent to me kindly by Toner to make a review. The good thing about reviewing products that we like is that it's easy to say that they are good because they sound pretty awesome, right? Let's move on.
Right.
Okay, so the next section in our show is our wish list products. Those products that we have in our wish list, and hopefully soon we will get them. Ryan, what do you have, my friend?
All right. So in my wish list this week, I have paper shredders because last weekend I had a bunch of paper to shred, and I realized I don't have a paper shredder at my house. And
okay, I can borrow you one.
You've got
I
one?
have one. Yes.
Yeah.
An old one.
And you won't even, you can bring it over to my house. You don't even have to take your headset off. It'll make it. Anyhow, so that's why I have a couple different paper shredders in there. Two things to worry about when you're looking at paper shredders. Maybe three things. One, how many sheets of paper can it shred at one time? Two, does it do credit cards when it shreds? Three, does it do cross-cut shredding? Meaning instead of just creating strips, it actually cuts all the paper up and makes it into confetti. And the last thing is, how long can it run before you need to give it a break? And so I think this bonsai one that I have in there runs for 60 minutes before it needs a break. So if you got a lot of paper to shred, that's probably the one you want to go to. The Amazon Basics one in my wish list really it can only run at about 7 minutes before it needs a break, but it does 12 sheets at a time. Both of them are cross-cut and both of them do credit cards. So those are things that are on my wish list, plus a couple other things. There's a 65-inch Amazon Fire TV. Early on in the show, I mentioned TVs are on sale on Amazon. So that 65-inch Fire TV, the Omni Series 4K, it's tempting me. It's even on sale today. And then there's a couple of air purifiers from Levoit, the same company that makes my humidifiers. They have some air purifiers on sale that
They are
kind of would
calling
make
you
my
like
wish list.
Ryan. Woo! Look at me, Ryan. Buy me.
They are tempting me. Yes, and
Shame on them.
DC California. I think DC California liked your microphone. So back to the microphone discussion. Marco's toner microphone for well under $100, under $60, I think.
Yes.
Well, you can get it now with the coupon. It makes your sound so much better than the built-in microphone in your laptop. And so that's why,
Indeed.
like, just a small investment of $55 or $60, whatever Marco's setup is there for the microphone, makes a huge difference in your audio. And then
Absolutely.
DC also said, "Bomb Trabajo Marco." I don't know what that means, and I don't think I pronounced
Well,
it right.
I can translate to you. Good work, Marco. Bom means good. Trabalho means work. And when you see together the L and the H, it sounds like y.
Yee.
Y.
Bomb Trabajo.
Yeah,
Bomb
kind of.
Trabajo. I can't do that. Trabajo. I don't know how to do this.
Look, it's the same as Magalhães. That
Yeah, I couldn't do that one either.
Melon,
Mega-Yangs.
that like to
Mega
call
Yangs.
it the L and H together. Good job. Yes. Yes, good job. It could be the same. Good work or good job. So the thing is, when you put together the L and the H, you read it L. Trabalho, Magalhães, other words that I'm not saying here because they are not appropriated.
Family friendly.
Absolutely.
No
So,
saying naughty words in other languages on this show.
are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. So let me talk. First item or highlight, it's this Corsair K55 Rgb keyboard. I'm honest, I was not a RGB that kind of person, but the thing is, some months ago I bought this mouse, and the other day I was kind of digging on Amazon, and I came up with this keyboard. For you who don't know, Corsair, it's from the same brand. They are kind of it's the same owner as Elgato, which does the Stream Deck, ring lights, or the it's not ring lights, key lights, also microphones, the face cam, webcam, whatever. And so you can sync this keyboard with your Stream Deck as well. And besides, it is a RGB keyboard. Also, and this was important for me, they have the Portuguese version of the keyboard because we have some specific, our own characters here in Portugal. Okay, so I need that feature on a keyboard. So this is my first item. The second, it's another one that it's a long journey. It was kind of like there's a couple of, now it's a couple of products because the SM7B was removed from my items on the wish list. So this ATEM Mini, it's one of them because when you use more than one DSLR, mirrorless, or camcorder, those cameras that you need to use to connect via HDMI, it's better to have one device like this AT Mini instead of buying this kind of product, which is nice. This HD60S from Elgato is nice, but if you need to buy more than two, it's not the best economical choice. And besides that, in this case, you have different options to set. For instance, instead of using the Stream Deck to change the cameras, I can use it. I can make this through this hardware. Okay, so this is my choice for today: the Atom Mini and also the Corsair keyboard. And with that, my beloved friends, and we went 12 minutes out of our time. I think we
apologize for that.
Thank you so much. Sorry, our audience. I need to put a dramatic music here. That da 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 dee da 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 dee da dee da da, and we will be crying, not laughing, crying.
But here's the thing, though. We're sorry if we ran over. Like any other live show, if you get tired of listening to us, you can just leave. We know you don't want to, but you could. DC California says we're better than any radio morning show out there. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
And you get to see our beautiful smiling faces, which you don't on radio. But maybe we should start syndicating this over to radio broadcasts.
Yes, indeed.
We should.
I think we can turn this into a podcast. We can integrate this with Amazon podcasting platform.
We could. I'm not sure anyone would listen to that.
Well, at least our relatives. Your sons, your wife, maybe. My mother, my sister.
Oh, we better wrap it up, though.
Okay, let's put the wrap-up music. I don't know which one will be, but I'm going to play something.
We're going to get some music.
Oh my God, this is too dramatic. Sorry.
I thought.
Okay, this one it's better. So, time to leave. It was a pleasure to have you all here today. Ryan.
Thank you. This music has me like wanting to get my sword and like charge the mountain and overtake the castle.
Absolutely. That's why I want to buy that horse and a sword, because I want to make these like looking like these.
Riding in and overtaking. Anyhow, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. Marco and I are both grateful that you have stopped by and visited, and we consider it an honor that you are willing to spend some time with us on your Friday morning. Tommy says, fantastic show with wonderful recommendations. Thank you and happy trails. DC California says, I don't know what that means. PTIT.
It's the flags Portugal and Italy.
All right. Ciao and adios. So thanks everybody for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
We will be live again next Friday, I think. Yeah. So we will be live again next Friday. So thanks everybody. I might be live sometime this weekend. I don't know if Marco will or not. You might.
So do I.
But then next week, both of us are usually live at some time during the mornings here. So.
Morning, my side, evening or afternoon, depends on my my wheel. On my mood.
Thanks everybody.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the weekend and don't eat that much candies. That's my recommendation. I think we should have these kind of recommendations as well on our show.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.